Hello and good day everyone. I am Cariel Anarante, your tour guide for today's tour. On behalf of SLSU Tours, I'd welcome you all. For today's tour, we will explore not one, but two countries in Southeast Asia, the Thailand and Myanmar. So the first country we will be hitting is the exotic country, Thailand. Did you know that Thailand encompasses some of the oldest settled areas in the world? Homo erectus, dated to between 1.6 to 0.5 million years ago, has been discovered here. Later prehistoric periods include the emergence of agriculture some 6,000 to 7,000 years ago, the Bronze Age around 4,000 years ago, and an early form of urbanization at about 2,300 to 2,500 years ago. China's records also mention the existence of towns and cities in several parts of Thailand. An early peak in population was reached between 600 and 1400 AD, with towns and large settlements surrounded by walls and moats. Thailand, officially Kingdom of Thailand, formerly known as Siam, a country in Southeast Asia located at the center of the Indochinese Peninsula, spanning 513,120 square kilometers or 198,120 square miles with a population of 70 million people. It is bordered in west and northwest by Myanmar, in southwest by the Andaman Sea, in east and northeast by Laos, in southeast by Cambodia, in south by the Gulf of Thailand, and by Malaysia. In south, the country occupies a part of the Malay Peninsula. Thailand shares also maritime borders with India, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Now let's move on to the capital of Thailand, the Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is called Venice of the East because there are 83 canals, as many as 10,000 boats full of fruits, vegetables, and fish crowd the canals and create a floating market. Thai is the national and official language in Thailand. It is a tonal language with different dialects. Its script was created in 1283 by King Ramkhamhaeng the Great of the Sukhothai Kingdom. Thailand presents a varied landscape of forested mountains, dry plateaus, fertile river plains, and sandy beaches. Thailand's climate ranges from the subtropical to the tropical zones with three distinct seasons: a hot and dry season from February to May, a monsoon season from June to October, and a cooler dry season from November to January. Now let's talk about money. Thailand's currency unit is the baht, which is divided into 100 satangs. Satang is a subdivision of currency equal to 100 of a Thai baht. Notes are in 20 baht is color green, 20 baht is blue, 100 baht is red, 500 baht is purple, and the 1000 baht is brown. The Thai Airways International Public Company Limited is the national carrier of the Kingdom of Thailand. It operates domestic, regional, and intercontinental flights radiating from its home base in Bangkok to key destinations around the world and within Thailand. Thai Airways International growth was greatly accelerated on April 1, 1988 as a result of its merger with Thai Airways Company or TAC, the domestic airline, which raised the company's share capital from 1,400 million to 2,230 million baht. Under the cabinet policy as authorized by General Prem Tensulanondak Prime Minister at the time, Thai Airways International would be responsible for commercial aviation, both international and domestic. Thai Airways International can now rightfully be called Thailand's only national carrier. Thailand has 38 airports, including 7 international airports. 6 of them are located in Bangkok, Samparan, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Phuket, Hat Thai, which are under the supervision of Airports of Thailand Public Company Limited, while U Tapao International Airport is operated by Royal Thai Navy. The Thai passport is currently ranked 67th among global passports, according to the Guide Passport Ranking Index. The Thailand passport ranking is due to the degree of global entry it guarantees to Thai passport holders, who may travel visa-free to 79 countries, but who otherwise need visa to access 122 countries globally. Did you know that Filipinos are lucky because they can visit Thailand without a visa as long as it is for the purpose of tourism? A Filipino citizen can stay for up to 30 days through the visa exemption program. TAT, or the Tourism Authority of Thailand, uses the slogan Amazing Thailand to promote Thailand internationally. The campaign emphasizes the good characteristics of Thai people and is aimed at encouraging people to visit Thailand to experience Thai hospitality, culture, and the unique sense of Thainess. Thailand is home to Buddhist temples, exotic wildlife, and spectacular islands. It is also known for its fascinating history, unique culture, and delectable local food. Now let's move on to the top tourist attractions in Thailand. Attractions of Thailand will tell you about the interesting history of this exotic country. The first in the list is the historic city of Ayutthaya. Like a two-faced Janus, this capital of the province of the same name appears to tourists in different guises. Half of Ayutthaya, filled with ruins after its destruction, is a UNESCO heritage site and is a historic park city. Second in the list is the Emerald Lagoon. The 40-something jungle islands of Athong Marine Park stretch across the Aquamarine Sea in the Gulf of Thailand, each one featuring sheer limestone cliffs, power sand beaches, and hidden turquoise lagoons. Although the lagoon is incredibly inviting, visitors are not able to swim in it, keeping the water beautifully pristine and makes for stunning photo opportunities. Next is the Sukhothai Historic Park. The Sukhothai Historical Park ruins are one of Thailand's most impressive World Heritage Sites. The park includes the remains of 21 historical sites and 4 large ponds within the old walls, with an additional 70 sites within a 5-kilometer radius. The fourth one is the Big Buddha, the main attraction in Phuket. The statue carved in white marble was erected in honor of Pampayon Adolyadet, the King of Thailand. Construction began in 2002 and continues today. The monument is set at an altitude of 400 meters above sea level and has a 45 meter. A concrete road leads to the foot through the jungle. The fifth one is the Royal in Bangkok. The Royal Palace in Bangkok is a sacred place in Thailand. The 218 square meter palace complex was designed based on the Ayutthaya prototype. The royal families come here only for ceremonies. Some of the buildings inside the complex are still occupied by the government offices today. The full name of Thailand's national clothing is Chot Thai Phra-Ratchaniom, often abbreviated to simply Chot Thai. The name means Thai dress that has been royally endorsed. Although it is the nation's official costume, Chot Thai doesn't have that long of a history. Now let's move on to some festivals that Thailand celebrated. The first one is the Candle Festival. This large festival in one of ASEAN's biggest cities is a nice mix of art, culture, and celebration. Up to 10 huge wax sculptures are crafted by international teams of artists, mixing traditional art with more modern, abstract creations. The waxworks are paraded around on floats, accompanied by dancers and traditional folk music. Next is the Lantern Festival, or Yipeng. Chiang Mai's Lantern Festival takes place every November and is truly a remarkable sight. Down by the banks of the Peng River, thousands of paper lanterns are released into the sky to float away in the evening breeze. And the last one is the Water Festival or the Songkran. This is the biggest, longest, and most fun festival in Thailand and maybe the world. Songkran is a 3-day water fight that takes place throughout the whole country. The famous tradition in Thailand is Khao Phan Sa or Buddhist Lent Day, which marks the start of the rainy season and the period when monks traditionally retreat to their temples for a 3-month period. What is the form of government in Thailand? Well, Thailand is a parliamentary or bicameral democracy with a constitutional monarchy. From Thailand, let's go to our next destination, Myanmar. Myanmar, historically known as Burma, the origins of the people of Myanmar can be traced to the Indo-Aryans who first settled the area in the 7th century BC and Mongolians who invaded the region under Khan in the 13th century AD, which some English influence added, and during the British Empire era. The Kingdom of Bagan was the first unified version of Burma to be created by King Anaratha. The kingdom reached its height of power in the 11th to 13th centuries AD and is attributed for volume of religious structures in Bagan. This empire is then conquered by the Mongolians who controlled the region until the mid-16th century. Myanmar, also known as Burma, is a country located in Southeast Asia. Myanmar is bordered by India and Bangladesh to the northwest, China to the northeast, Laos to the east, Thailand to the southeast, and the Andaman Sea and the Bay of Bengal to the south and southwest. Now let's move on to the capital of Myanmar, the Naypyidaw. Naypyidaw is the modern capital of Myanmar, north of former capital Yangon. The official language of Myanmar, or Burma, is Burmese, spoken by the majority ethnic group, the Bamar or Burman, and as an additional language by speakers of the approximately 100 minority indigenous languages. The form of government in Myanmar, as defined by the Constitution of 2008, functions as a parliamentary republic. In this type of government, the heads of the cabinet are responsible for carrying out the laws set forth by Parliament. In 2008, Myanmar established a new constitution and created a new form of government which is divided into 3 branches: the legislative, the executive, and judicial. This article takes a closer look at government of Myanmar. Myanmar is a land of hills and valleys. It is also a land of mountains with ranges in the north, east, and west parts of the country. The 3 main mountain ranges are the Arakan Yuma Range, the Bago Yuma Range, and the Shan Plateau. Myanmar has a tropical to subtropical monsoon climate with 3 seasons. The first one is the hot, dry, intermonsoonal from mid of February to from mid of May. The second one is the rainy southwest monsoon from mid of May to late October. And the third one is the cool, relatively dry northeast monsoon late October to the mid of February. Now let's talk about money. The Myanmar kyat is the official currency unit of Myanmar. although the kyat is subdivided into 100 payas. Paya coins are limited. Banknotes of up to 1,000 kyat are mainly used. Myanmar National Airlines is the flag carrier of Myanmar and one of the oldest airlines in Asia. It is based at Yangon International Airport, or the RGN. The Mandalay International Airport was one of the most modern and even the largest airport in Myanmar. The construction of this airport was completed in 1999 and at present offers both domestic and international flights. The Myanmar passport is currently ranked 98th among global passports, according to the Guide Passport Ranking Index. The Myanmar passport ranking is due to the degree of global entry it guarantees to Myanmar passport holders, who may travel visa-free to 41 countries but who otherwise need a visa to access 154 countries globally. Citizens from Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam don't need to apply for a tourist visa. However, they must stay a maximum of 14 days in Myanmar and enter and depart from Yangon, Mandalay, or Naypyidaw international airports. The recent slogan of Myanmar or Burma is Myanmar Be Enchanted. Be Enchanted meaning is a promise as it is an invitation, it's a realization, it's a memory, it's a moment. The word enchanted holds within it the true heart of Myanmar. Now let's move on to the top tourist attractions in Myanmar. If you are interested in Buddha and beaches, you must see these some tourist attractions in Myanmar. The first in the list is the Shima Dao Paya. Shima Dao Paya got its name, the Great Golden God, because the glittering gold that covers it can be seen for miles around. Almost 114 meters or 375 feet high, it is the tallest pagoda in Myanmar. The next in line is the Ayeyar Wadi River Cruise, Myanmar's longest river. The Ayeyar Wadi, also known as the Irrawaddy, begins high in the Himalayas, carving Myanmar in half on its way to the Andaman Sea. It is navigable by large ships and boats in the lower elevations, and is fast becoming a popular river cruise destination. Cruises run between Mandalay and Bagan. Both cities offer plenty of temples, pagodas, and statues of Buddha. Next is the Sri Nandao Monastery. Sri Nandao Monastery is an historic Buddhist monastery in the city of Mandalay. Known as the Golden Palace, this important building is located in central Myanmar. It was originally part of the Mandalay Palace complex as the royal apartment of King, but his son moved it outside the palace after his death, believing it was haunted by the king's spirit. It later became a monastery. The third one is the Ngapale. Ngapale combines two worlds in this Southeast Asian country. It is Myanmar's premier resort town, with white sand beaches lining the blue waters of the Bay of Bengal and luxury hotels. It is a great spot to chill out and just relax. Contrast this with its fishing village atmosphere, with local restaurants serving the day's scotch and ox carts cobbling as taxis. The fifth one is the Enli Lake. Vast and serene Enli Lake is one of the top tourist attractions in Myanmar. Beside its considerable natural beauty, the lake also attracts tourists for the stilt houses of the Entha, the descendants of Mun people from the far southeast. Myanmar officially recognizes 135 ethnic groups, but Rohingya Muslims have been rendered stateless and stripped of their citizenship. The Rohingya are often said to be the world's most persecuted minority. They are an ethnic Muslim group in the majority Buddhist country and make up around 1 million of the total 15 million population. Now let's move on to some festivals that Myanmar celebrated. The first one is the Thingyan Water Festival in Myanmar Burmese New Year Festival. It is a Buddhist festival that usually falls in the middle of April, and it witnesses a 4 to 5 day celebration. Next is the Kachin Manao Festival. This famous festival in Myanmar is a joint festivity of the New Year, battle victories, the tribe's reunion, and tradition. Manao poles are erected and men and women dance around it. This festival is one of the most delightful and popular festivals of Myanmar. Next is the Ananda Pagoda Festival. The festival has been and will be one of the most widely celebrated ones of all the Myanmar Festivals 2022. You can witness the Buddhist rituals and ceremonies of social gathering and also the pomp of Buddhism. And the last one is the Naga New Year Festival. Naga New Year Festival is one of the most famous festivals in Myanmar, and the people of Kamti village celebrate it in a grand way. Myanmar has some of the most unique traditions and ranks among the most culturally distinct countries in Asia. Some of their traditions is Thanaka. Perhaps best associated with Myanmar, this unique tradition can be seen almost from the moment you step off the plane. Walk down any street in Myanmar and you'll notice the most of the women and children you pass will have pale yellow paste smeared over their faces, ranging from streaks along the cheekbones to full face packs extending from chin to forehead. The masks are made of Thanaka powder derived from the bark of medicinal tree that grows in the hill country. Burmese people believes it improves the complexions, protects skin from the effects of the sun, prevents wrinkles, is generally a cure-all. The national costume of Myanmar is the longi, an ankle-length wraparound skirt worn by both males and females. Buddhism has been part of Myanmar's culture since the 1st century CE and has blended with non-Buddhist beliefs. The most conspicuous manifestation of Buddhist culture is the magnificent architecture and sculpture of Myanmar's many temples and monasteries, notably those at Yangon, Mandalay, and Pagan or Bagan, the site of the ancient kingdom of West Central Myanmar. Myanmar's culture also is an amalgam of royal and common traditions. And that's all for our today's tour. We explore the beauty of the two countries of Southeast Asia, the Thailand and Myanmar.